AfterBuzz TV fans, On My Block is here. Episode 7 and 8, we're about to cover it. We find out that Mario is not the father. They are able to clean the green with Money Bunny. And also, the prophets roll up on Caesar's crew, which forces Caesar to take matters into his own hands. Let's get into it when we return.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
AfterBuzz TV, AfterBuzz TV. Hey everybody, welcome back.
The remix.
We are covering episode 7 and 8 of On My Block on Netflix, guys. Oh my gosh, there's so much to talk about this time. I am your host, Angel Taylor. I have a beautiful panel of Black queens with me. We have Miss Tyra Prude.
Hey guys.
And we also have Kitty Kaboom.
Boom. What up, yo?
So, ladies, tell me, what are your overall thoughts for episode 7 and 8?
Crazy, insane, the usual, just on 10, per usual.
Yes. What about you, Kitty?
I was deeply moved. I like the fact that it's a comedy, but there's always some dramatic elements being presented. Mm-hmm. So I was really taken aback by Miss Thing. She always comes in there and acts a fool. Not Monse, of course. The young lady, I'm horrible in it. I got it.
Jasmine.
Thank you.
Yeah,
It's such an easy name to remember. Jasmine always steals the scene. So I was happy because she came in there and just turned everything around as she does. She's such a rider. She is such a rider.
They got so much accomplished during episode 7 and 8. Mm-hmm. First of all, let's just address the white elephant, or shall we say, the black baby.
Elephant, right?
So episode 7 was mainly about the baby shower for Mario and Amber, right? Mm-hmm. So we have some shocking revelations. It's almost like Monse took the role of a counselor.
How about that?
Because they were able to confide in her. Mario sharing with her that, you know, not really that into Amber. I'm still in love with Angelica. Mm-hmm. And how do I tell her? And then Amber coming to Monse as she's putting together this crib for Mario's baby, mm-hmm. That she's really not in love with Mario. It was just by happenstance that she got pregnant after too much fun. Mm-hmm. So what do you ladies think about that, the Monse confessions?
I think it's cool seeing that the type of role and person Monse is on the show. She is that go-to person who you confide in. And clearly it's not even just within her friend group, it's within everyone. But I also thought it was interesting considering the fact that there's a big mystery or incident that happened that she doesn't know about. So it's just like pretty ironic how everyone is coming to them about their crazy problems when she, I'm sure, is getting ready to find out about something crazy that's happened between, you know, her and her man. So yeah, I thought it was, I don't know.
What about you, Kitty?
I love Monse's character for so many reasons. She grows up a lot faster than she has to. She's most certainly, hands down, the most mature, I think, of the four of them. And it's because she doesn't really have a choice. She's not raising herself completely, but she has to lean a lot on self-reliance in order to make it through. So she comes across as being a little matronly or a little more mature. So it makes sense, as you said, that people would continue. I love it. I love that she's the voice of reason. You know what I mean? And she still throws caution to the wind every, like, blue moon, you know, just because she's a child. She's still a teenager. But I love the fact that, you know, there's a time and a place for her. She don't just fly off the handle. Like, you can really count on her. She's real dependable.
I thought it was very interesting in that moment where Monse and Caesar were talking, and Monse said, "I love you."
Yeah.
And Caesar responds with a kiss. It's like, okay,
what was that?
Do you think he has issues with opening up? Because I don't remember them ever sharing that word together.
I don't think he has issues opening up. I think he's just guilty.
The guilty conscience came through.
Yeah, because he was heartbroken. He thought she was done with him. He was vulnerable. So he stepped out on her. And then for her to come back and be all in, you know, he's kind of confused. Like, oh, so this is what we're doing? This is it? Like, I believe he loves her. But after he did what he did, now it's just like, like, I don't know how to react to you now because I don't want to hurt you. So I don't know. And then it could just be like him being emotional. Like he said, like, no one's told me that in a long time. So maybe he just doesn't know how to react to it.
I think it's a combination of the two things. I think you're absolutely right. You hit it right on the head. The fact of the matter is he is in a gang or was in a gang or whatever. He's been brought up in that life.
So show emotion.
Exactly. So ain't no run around talk about you love somebody. That ain't happening.
But he's not like them.
He's not like them, but he's still who he is at his core is how he was raised.
Right.
So he's not like them in the sense that he's a hardcore, don't give a about anything. But at the same time, he's still a man. You know what I mean? And with that being said, most of the time, you know, they don't show they don't like to be vulnerable. It's too difficult for them.
Over it.
So I think it's a little bit of both. I think the fact that he is raised that way and he just kind of has to keep a stiff upper lip most of the time in order to make it through the day. And the fact that he did jump out there a little bit. I mean, he didn't have sex with this young lady, y'all.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He totally had sex with her.
He humped her?
Yes.
Baby.
What?
Come
Baby.
on.
We just had a whole epiphany, guys, right here on the show.
Yes, I promise you, I did not get that.
I need you to get those
I thought
juicy
they
details.
made out, and that was the end of
Remember
it.
when Jamal says that they violated so many different codes because he said that they smashed at the place of the dad's shop. So I was just like,
And
that's I didn't even think about
and that girl was open
Health
for him.
code
She was
violation.
open. Why you think she's gone? That was interesting, wasn't it? How that took on a life of itself. Because he didn't say she's not coming back because she quit. He said she didn't work out.
Right.
So something must have gone down.
She
Something
worked
comes
out,
back.
but she didn't work out.
Damn.
Okay, so the chat is booming, guys. Okay, so Alonzo Wilkins said these kids are beyond the way of thinking I was at 14. I totally agree.
Whoa.
Totally agree,
I'm
babe.
just like, I don't know what this is about.
Right,
That
where are
part.
the parents? Don't I ask that every week? I'm like, where their parents at?
Facts. Where
They
are
just
the
be
parents?
out
They
and
just
about
be out.
doing them.
He also said, well, Jazzy Jones said Caesar was definitely guilty of sleeping with that girl. And Alonzo said again, but they were broken up, so does it really count? It's so
It
bad.
definitely counts. They weren't together though. Technically, it doesn't count. But I mean, it counts in your heart. Like, that's a big pill to swallow. I don't think she out there humping dudes. She not just slinging her stuff around.
To be completely transparent, he didn't know what she was doing. She was ghosting him, not
True.
answering his calls. She was taking ussies on Instagram with another guy. I
Right.
mean, we don't know who the guy is or what the relation is. But, you know, he really didn't know. Like, he wasn't secure in his place in her life.
Yeah.
So
Going forward, you're absolutely
yeah,
right.
I mean, just thinking about it personally, I would have probably done the same thing. If I felt compelled to be with someone else, I would feel free to do so.
He didn't feel compelled so much as homegirl just put it out there. Don't you think? He was steadily on his phone, still trying to get to Monse, and she just kind of slid up in his physical DMs, his real life
His
DMs.
physical DM. I love it. His real life DM.
His real life DMs. She slid right up in there and was like, hey, ow. And they had the nerve to give him advice.
Yes.
You already knew she had an ulterior
She's
motive.
so mischievous.
Yes, but I don't dislike her. Like, she's a child. She's 15 years old. She's just doing her thing. The hormones was raging. He's a cutie pie. She like bumped that zero. Get with this hero.
She wasn't new to it. She was true to it.
Period.
So, anyways, with that being said, so the episode opens up with Caesar feeling completely out of place, guys. Have you ever felt like completely out of place at someone's house? I felt for Caesar so bad, especially like as
Yes.
soon as he got up, there's chaos. Everybody's running around. He's running into people. They're getting ready for the baby shower. He can't even use the restroom without somebody waiting for it. I've
Right.
been in that situation. Have you ladies been in that situation before?
I have, but not to his extent. I have been to a place where, like, I was staying with a friend for a summer, and you know, it just wasn't my space. When they got home, it was just like, well, like, there's my alone
Walking
time.
on eggshells.
Yeah, and you just
the whole time.
Yeah, I've been there, but his case is just extreme. I mean, they're planning the baby shower. The grandma's pushing around this gown. They're trying to get the crib everywhere. Like, it was a lot of chaos. I feel for him because he just can't find a place called home.
Yeah.
Right. And Kitty, don't you love the way your boo Ruby stepped into his event coordinator role real fast?
Ruby's not bae. Let's be clear. Just for the record, he's boo because he's such a cute little kid. But he ain't bae. We we know. Y'all know.
We know who our man.
Anyway, I'm sorry. The question was what now?
Okay, so what she's alluding to is we're gonna have a fine,
Yes.
scrumpalicious guest on the show next week. Nino, hurry up and get back, boo. The sooner you get back, the sooner we can have Julio Macias on the show.
We miss you, Nino.
We miss you, Nino.
Yes.
But he's working, so congrats.
Yes, congrats. We love you. We miss you, Nino.
What did you ask me? I'm sorry. I was so off the top.
Girl, it just went over. No, Ruby, how he stepped into his role as an event planner.
That's what he does, girl. He is so built for that. If he tries to go any other route once he becomes an adult in terms of earning a career, he won't be happy because don't you better than him jumping in the role. How about homegirl Jasmine? That is she is such a writer for
She's
this
a
guy.
jack of all trades. First of all, she can do everything.
She can do it. Every time you turn up, they in some obscure place you ain't never even heard of, and she turn around and be like, "What's that?" Right? Where the hell you come from? Right? She's a mess, yo. I love her to death.
I love her too. But let's talk about he had uniforms, like
He
with his name. And,
wait. Don't forget what his grandma does for a living. So they totally could have hooked that up overnight.
I didn't even put that together.
They totally could have hooked that up overnight.
I didn't think about that.
I loved
with the headset, and you can't use your own bathroom. He done made his drunk mama go out to the porta potty.
Go out because you're no longer an employee. I loved it. He was so dedicated to this role.
That's what he does.
But it's so good to see him back in that light because all through this season he's been so nervous. He's been so just like not himself. So this episode we really saw him just bring Ruby back until he got kind of shaken up. But
but for the most part he's old Ruby again, and that's so good to see because I know that poor baby. He got PTSD. It's something serious to be dealt with.
Let's talk about Ruby's mom. She cracked me up so good. She cracked me up. Wait a minute. Her drunk is the best character to me. I need her to be drunk every episode if that's how she turn up.
I'm not going to tell you the sex of the baby. It's a secret.
With all this blue.
With blue all over her face.
Yes, blue tongue. No, she even sticks her tongue out real quick like, I was like, wait a minute.
I love her.
She just stepped completely out of character for me. So, and I love how Monse's dad was able to convince her to even allow Caesar to stay over because remember it was a hard no. And then so he sat down at the table with both Ruby's mom and dad. And they finally budged, and so that's why he was able to do that. I was surprised to see that. Yeah,
and this is probably of all the living situations that he's had, this is probably his most eventful and probably the hardest. And as you said, I can relate too to not being in your own space and just feeling like you just want to curl up in a ball because anywhere you step,
because you're imposing in somebody's space.
Exactly.
And you feel completely
I think he should have stayed
misplaced.
with Jamal. That was an easy, just sleep in the sleeping bag.
I mean, it started just getting crazy for them. But how did you guys feel about, like, I don't know, putting yourself in Ruben's mom's shoes? Did you guys think she overreacted about, him staying there? Or do you think she was very strong to say, hey, I get it. He's a kid. Let's still let him stay in our household. I thought that was interesting.
I would have let him stay all the way up to that point where she saw that bullet at the front door. Boo, you got to go tonight. You got to go tonight. Yes. We're not doing this again.
Right.
So, all the way up until that reminder, that terrible reminder at the very end of the night. Because I was thinking it was going to end on such a beautiful note. They were all together, blue tea, laughing. The baby enjoying. Everybody's relieved. The baby was in Mario's, and life was business as usual.
Right.
Yeah.
All the way up until that point. Yeah. And then so that leads us over to episode 8, where we get into some heavy stuff, guys. We got Chivo's protection program. How y'all feeling about the Chivo's protection program?
First of all,
we got Juanita
shout out to Chivo, okay?
in the protection program, and now we got Caesar in the protection program.
Shout out to Chivo.
We are bartering here.
He's just the weirdest character there is. Like his whole monotone, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
You have to love that. Like he is such a mess because he's the biggest non-character character. You know what I mean? He definitely establishes himself as a character go-to. And I think it's think it's kind of dope that they were able to find a second place for him to hold up, where obviously they will never be found. But you can't run your whole life. That's my biggest concern.
Right.
Like, how long is this supposed to last? It never ends. I mean, we can say from our own personal, I don't know about y'all personal experience, but I was just speaking of Nipsey and how he's gone. You know what I mean? It never ends. And as a result of him being gone, now 2 of the boys that killed him cousins are gone.
Such a sad
His
story.
little brother killed himself. I'm sorry. This ain't got nothing to do with this. But yeah, we'll talk about that later.
See, that's news you can use. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's super serious. And
so now I'm gonna have to do my research when we leave.
That to make the comparison here, because it just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? He said, I'm leaving
Gang
town.
violence is forever.
It's forever.
Like, once you're in for life.
Exactly. And if you have something to do with somebody's being killed, you better believe it's going to come back on you.
Exactly. And I mean, that it really came back full circle for Caesar when he was staying at that church. Like, you know, he was venting to the guy, and he was saying how, you know, they left the country because of gang violence, just for him to find out that Caesar was in a gang, even though he said he was, just knowing that he was affiliated with it, the guy still didn't feel comforted.
Yeah.
And he pretty much is like, once in a gang, always in a gang.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can understand that if it's hit close to home and your family has literally
been affected by it and misplaced by it. Absolutely. I share the sentiments with the guy, but at the same time, I'm a forgiver, and I do believe that people can be reformed. That guy didn't seem to share the same school of thought. But so let's talk about how they were able to get their green clean, that money bunny. Wasn't it the funniest thing ever to see them prepping for this?
It was
Jamal is always hilarious.
Love Jamal. Like, he went all out in character. He got a little hood for us too.
He did. My baby mama, I came to get my baby mama. I'm like, what?
Right?
We didn't even know this. You had that in you.
It was great. It was great. And then Monse just looked so awkward. She just was not here for it, nervous. It was. I thought that was crazy. And of course, they had the best coach, Jasmine, right? Jasmine got them all together and was, you know, the wingman, the cheerleader, all of that during the time when they got there.
Yeah.
But that's what she does.
She has so many roles. She's such a power player in this entire show.
She really is. And I love the fact that she's not a part of the gang, yet she is the gang.
I mean, she wants to be a part, but we saw Monse go, I'm sorry, this is private. And then come to find out, she's the one who gave them the grand idea. So they need to keep her along. Yeah. Jasmine is smart, okay?
Jasmine is smart.
Jasmine knows how to work the system. She's had some history. She knows how to get your mind right and how to make money and get out of mess.
There you go.
She needs to stay around.
She needs to stick around. And I just love the fact that they're constantly giving her the hand. Like, we don't want to be bothered with you. Yet she turns around and saves them on many occasions. Countless, over and over again. That thing is a junior sheriff, baby.
Yes, she is. Sheriff in training. I think Miss Tyra has something to share with our viewers here.
So before we head on to our next topic, we just wanted to let you guys know that we thank you and we love you guys, all of your support in AfterBuzz TV. If you're on YouTube right now, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. And if you're on YouTube, please give us a 5-star rating. Not 4, not 3, not 2, not 1. We need 5 stars, 5-star rating. But no matter where you are, leave us a comment so you can get involved. We already got a few people in the chat. We see y'all. We love y'all. And yeah, being a part of AfterBuzz means so much to us. We love having this opportunity to express how we feel about our favorite shows, and we couldn't do it without you guys. So thanks, and stay tuned.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Also, I see the chat is still popping. I see the screen moving down.
Yeah.
Let us hear from you guys. We love when you guys jump into the conversation.
Become a part of it.
Yeah, so Jazzy Jones is going in. Okay, she said Jasmine is hilarious at times, even though she pops up everywhere. Ruby's mom was hilarious when she was drunk. Anthony Cook said, well, first he said, rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace, Nipsey. And he also said, I thought Ruby's mom putting the blame Caesar was over the time.
I'm trying to interpret what she meant.
And maybe he means like
putting the blame on Caesar was, I don't know, like
too much.
It was already over with, and she's still going there. Yeah, probably that's what they meant.
She said, Anthony Cook said Jasmine seems like she should have been an older character. Well, she is an older person in real life. Yeah, but I think she fits well with the role. What do you think?
Yeah, she plays a teenager really well. Yeah. But in real life, we learned that she's 33.
Yeah.
So she's good and grown. But she plays a teenager extremely well. It's always Jasmine's time. When she shows up, you know the scene is going to go to her.
Anthony also said, we were talking about, like, where are the parents at?
Right.
Anthony said, is Monse's father breaking the law by leaving her home alone? That's a great question.
That is a good point.
She's 14.
14. You're right.
Is there like a legal age to where you can't be home alone, or how does that work?
I mean, I think it should be like, I think it should be, how do I know?
Is it at the parents' discretion?
Right.
That and the fact that, like, for a few hours is probably, at 14 years old, like, that should be okay, like an overnight, if he had to work an overnight shift.
Goes
but
on
weeks,
trips.
Yeah, but weeks at a time.
Like whole trips.
Yeah, I didn't know.
That's a lot.
That's a good point. He is always gone. Maybe she needed to stay with her trifling mom.
No, I don't know
Okay,
about that one.
so do you guys think that Chivo's well, they propositioned Chivo, hey, let Caesar stay with you in your safe house in the suburbs, and the barter is you get Juanita.
You'll get, your homie can stay here for 1 week.
Okay.
And
Do you
give
think
me
that
back
was a
Juanita.
fair, like, trade? I don't think 1 week was long enough at all.
It was
course
not a fair
not.
trade, and I just did not. I thought they were gonna. I mean, Jamal's crazy self. I thought they were gonna put their foot down and be like, "No, we need more time." Like Jamal has really had him wrapped around his fingers, so I was
Up until
surprised.
now.
Yeah, I was surprised that he like freely let them just do this. And when in doubt, where was our girl Jasmine at? Jasmine would have got him right. And said, "No,
Jasmine-
we need a month."
But, you know, Ruby has a reputation of being the closer.
Right.
He seals the deal.
He really does. And he
so
came
Jamal called in the closer, but he
True.
wasn't able to close.
He wasn't.
Because, like, Chivo started out saying, okay, 1 week and Juanita forever. And he ended up saying one week and Juanita forever.
Yeah, he wasn't going for it.
He was unwavering. And I just, come on, Chivo. Like, I was with you up until that point.
Yeah.
Because
Well, we
you
gotta
ain't looking
remember-
now like a real
but
Santo would.
we gotta remember who we're talking about and the presence that they embody. You know what I mean? He's not that guy. You can barely get a full paragraph out of this man. All he wants to talk about is the day. I mean, Juanita and the gnome.
Speaking of Juanita and all of them, are they real? Like, are they the spirits of the living people? That's what
still
I got
haven't
out of
figured
the
it out.
episode. So maybe, because at first I'm like, why is he obsessed with Juanita? Like, this is a stone or statue or whatever you want to call it.
A big
but,
booty
A
statue.
big booty. But
Baby,
is that
with
somebody
a
who
stick
passed
in her hand?
Yeah, but is
that
it
looks
somebody?
like a pole she slid down.
But is that someone he was with in his past, and maybe she passed away, and now her spirit is lit? Like, I'm just trying to figure out these creatures, and I think
Creatures.
They're
They're
the
gnomes.
gnomes.
They're gnomes. They're not creatures.
No me. Why did you pronounce the E?
Please
Gnomies.
explain
They're
to me what that
gnomes.
is.
No.
What are they?
They're
What does that mean?
gnomies because they're homies. Come
My
on.
bad, babe.
Oh, you didn't get it. She didn't get
what-
it.
I'm
y'all.
like, no,
she
there's
ain't
no
paying
E.
attention to these shows,
I am
y'all.
paying
She ain't paying
attention.
attention.
Don't
So
even
what does
try
gnomies
it.
mean? I'm so confused.
So it's a gnome that's a homie. That's what the whole.
Right, but
But what is their deal? What is their whole?
Who are
I think
they?
it'll finally be revealed next time.
I think they revealed it. I think it's
they
spirits.
will reveal.
Yeah,
eventually.
because everybody's wondering. Everybody's scratching their heads. Nobody's, except of course Jamal. But that's because Jamal is a nut job and he goes for whatever. But I think it'll be revealed to us before we end the season.
Guys, in the chat, let us know what you think these gnomes or gnomies are, because I need to get
They are the
educated,
spirit
right?
of the Santos. They are all members of the Santos.
That's what I just said.
He
Okay.
told you every last one of their names,
Yes.
Right.
what they used to do. Like, these are actual people in his head.
Right.
These are the spirit of the dead.
Right.
Okay, so,
I got that.
so that is what I thought.
Okay. Now it all makes sense.
Oh my god.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Let's break it down so it can forever be broken.
Yes. Already.
So moving right along.
Yeah.
Kitty, you didn't tell me whether or not you thought that was a fair trade-off. No?
Oh no, it's definitely not. Come on now,
Okay.
but he's not in a business of being fair. Like
Okay.
he's a grown man that's completely removed from what they're going through. This is not his people. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They keep embarking upon him because they had his precious Juanita. But that's the only reason that he's even stayed in touch and is stalking, trolling the hell out of Jamal.
Do you think Chivo is slow? Because what is this painting with the safety box?
That's hilarious.
Like, what are you doing exactly?
It's something.
Why is it
That's why
there
it's
if all
funny.
you're going to do is tell people that
no,
it's there?
It's on,
Yeah.
it's on the nose. It's
Come on,
right
y'all.
on the. I thought it was hilarious.
Is Chivo slow? Is he working with a full deck of cards?
I don't know about that.
And then goes and tells everybody the password.
Okay.
Nine.
He said, throw it out.
9.
I'm not gonna let you see. 99.
Yeah, I'm like, what? And it came in handy later, but I'll just.
It did, but why is Juanita in the safety box? Can she breathe in there?
I don't know what his deal
Since
is with
he's so worried
Juanita.
about her breathing.
Exactly.
Anthony also confirmed that the gnomes, or whatever you want to call them, they represent the original Santos.
Okay, good.
Hey,
Now we
So
know.
we were on it.
somebody's
There we
paying
go. There we
attention. So, okay, Caesar is forced to take matters into his own hands when the prophets roll up on his crew. We're talking Monse, Ruby, and Jamal got rolled up on.
Yes, they
How would
did.
you have reacted in that situation? Let's start with you, Tyra.
I would have reacted exactly. Well, okay, I can't say I would have reacted like Ruben because clearly I haven't been shot, but I definitely would have been nervous.
He was frozen still.
Yeah, because
With a look of terror.
Like you said, once you're in that gang life, everybody that you're associated with are in like you're risking their lives as well, and they're gonna do whatever they can to get back at you for hurting them or whatever issue has happened. So I would have been extremely nervous, especially like knowing that I'm tied to him, and especially Monse, like they call her out, like where your little boyfriend at?
Boom.
So
Part. And then they knew that
knew
he
everyone's
wasn't
name.
at the dad's house.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so Harry, you got an APB out on me? Like,
Yeah, but
how
they
did-
do.
how'd
They
you know
most
that?
certainly do because they trolling them. It never stops, and that's why the show is so freaking good because it's very relatable. If you can't relate to one element of it as a teenager or someone that's beyond the teenage years, you can relate to another. At the end of the day, if you don't know nothing about somebody rolling up on you, you still know about tragedies in your lifetime. You still know about parties that go awry or dances, and all of the elements that they include in the show are so poignant. And I personally would have been scared shitless. There's no question in my mind
Right.
about that. But these kids are going through it, and that's why it's such a really, really good show because it shows they're thinking through their actions. Like try to remember what you was like at 14. You might have known like your general, but you don't remember like all the details of it until you see the show, and you're just like, oh, we had parties like that too. Oh, my principal used to get on us about that. That kind of thing. There's a relatability there that makes it really poignant.
Yes. Okay. So if you got rolled up on, you would be like,
Shitless. Girl, come on now. I don't think I would be able to hold my ball. I probably would be doing. Knowing me, I would probably try to do something physical, like my body is telling me to run, but I can't leave because the gun is in my face. And what if they shoot me in the back? So it would be all these things at one time. Like, wait, one, stop,
so
don't.
you would be like,
Yeah, exactly. Trying to be the biggest clown, looking like a goddamn clown. Like I don't know if I'm
they
coming or
probably
going
would
or
have
what I'm
shot you
doing.
because they didn't know if you was drawing or like, what is she trying to do? Distract
Exactly.
us? Oh my gosh, that part definitely made my stomach drop.
Yeah.
I saw them as they were approaching. I saw a slow moving lowrider car and I automatically thought gang because remember Jasmine was all the way back there puking. Why was she puking? What was that about?
What was she puking over?
Remember after they did the money bunny scheme
Was it the curse?
and it was successful. And then they were celebrating, and then Jasmine holds over into the bushes and starts throwing up.
And they left her.
immediately.
And they was like, come on. She's like,
Is
I'll
it
catch
the
up.
curse? Maybe because they are reversing the curse.
Something. I think something happened.
Well, doing the funny bunny thing or whatever, like what they brought the money in to trade it out to get clean money, right? So in a way, could that be reversing the curse, or maybe because I don't know. I'm trying to figure out why she was throwing up too, because we know like the history of what's been going on. Things go wrong when
Maybe
people
she
are
was
associated with
that
the money.
scared because she is kind of like
She's kinda
the
scary.
law, and that was like really putting her everything at risk.
True enough.
So maybe we get to a point where we're so scared we throw up.
Could happen. I mean,
That could have been a thing.
Yeah, definitely. That happens to a lot of people that perform. And as you said, when you're scared, that, it come out on one end or out the other. I'm just
Gotta release them nerves.
Gotta release them nerves, baby.
I don't
It's
know
gonna
what
come
you
out.
be doing when you scared.
I just told you what somebody pulled up on me with the gun. Scared is not the word. I probably would do the Harlem Shake mixed with the pool palace with the.
But okay, I did want to. Speaking of that curse, you remember how they were all frantic because when the baby was coming, they thought like, "Oh shoot, we have to protect the baby because someone always dies when we're associated with money."
Right.
Did you were you guys shocked about that, or how did y'all feel? Did you guys agree with Jamal? With what Jamal was saying about like the curse affecting everyone. And like he said, it happened at a party just like this. Someone died just like this. So I don't know. I think that kind of shows that they're reversing the curse also, because no one died. Things went well. I don't know. Maybe that's just me and my crazy.
Yeah, but we haven't seen the end of that scene yet, though.
Yeah.
It kind of leaves us open.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope nothing happens to the baby. That'd be a little too dark. But,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Homegirl might end up out of there or something happen to her. I hope
So
not, but...
Caesar ends episode 8 rolling up at Latrell's girl's house.
Right.
With the bad red
with
weed.
a gun.
Oh, sorry.
With the bad red weed.
I was just looking. I was like, really? You better take that off while you at home. Like,
Right.
you would not be at home with your full red wig on.
Feet propped up, chilling.
In character.
They were very...
So this
Interesting.
definitely leads us to our predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Yummy. Would you like to
Okay,
begin?
so yes, guys, I was trying to wait until my horror music went off. So I think for the predictions, we all know it's going south real fast as he's at Latrell's girlfriend's house. And remember, Chivo told him in the pool, the way to a man or to a gangster, for that matter, is through his hyena. Through his hyena. And so Caesar went right to Latrell's hyena with the red wig on.
Right.
And he's about to see if he's over there. And I think he's going to be over there, and I think it's going down in the worst type of way. What do you guys think?
I agree. I think, it showed him pulling up. I think, what's the guy's name?
Latrell?
Latrell. I think he's going to come out of nowhere and they're going to have a one-on-one altercation, or they're going to talk it out, fight it out, and something's going to happen. And maybe the crew is going to find him and try to save it. I don't know. But I definitely think they need that one-on-one time. They need to figure out, like, dude, what was the deal? We had a deal that you were just going to leave and you come back and, you cause all of this chaos. So I'm ready to see them interact. I hope that's what happens.
Come on, Kitty.
I don't see any. I see that being peace, only because the show is so dope to like drop these little gems and then pick them up later on and kind of flesh them all the way out. But they've never shown an actual death. I mean, homegirl got shot and we know that she passed, but you know what I mean? They're not
Right,
like
but they
into
didn't
graphic.
show, yeah.
And it's not gang. Well, it was gang related. Y'all know what I mean. The point is they do soft angry or soft negative stuff. They don't really delve into.
Yeah, I
So
don't mean
see-
like fighting. Well, I don't mean like blood and
No, I
stuff,
get
but
you.
like, you know how they were in the bathroom when he was pointing the gun at him and they had that altercation kind of
right,
thing?
right,
Something
right.
like that.
Something like that I totally can see. I don't think anybody's going to get shot and killed. I honestly, he don't got it in him, first of all. If he
think
couldn't
so?
do, no.
He
And
looked
a
scared of that
girl-
car, girl.
No, not her. His hyena.
Yeah,
That's
no,
where
still
he's
don't.
at.
But it's the
he's
bullet was
gonna
meant
be
for him.
over there.
Yeah.
Latrell's gonna be over there.
I agree,
Betcha.
but I don't think he has it in him. He ain't shooting no daggone body. And he need to go to his butt back in the house, because guess what? Playing with a gun in front of people.
I'm sorry.
It mean-
Nino said, miss y'all. See you next week.
So yeah, no, I would just think that I honestly I don't have a prediction in terms of what will happen. I just know that ain't gonna happen.
You just know that it's
I
not about to
know
go
it's not
down
going
in
down.
that type of way.
No.
So you guys heard it right from Kitty's mouth. Nobody's getting murdered
Nobody's
next
on the
episode.
murk
If you
tip.
have already watched ahead of us, no spoilers. We are doing it 2 episodes at a time. So Nino's going to come back next week with our fine guest, Julio Macias,
Yes.
for episodes 9 and 10, guys.
And y'all see how pretty Angel is. Y'all, I'm
Yes.
the one that likes Caesar, so don't let, you know what I mean?
I
Because Angel
love-
pretty self come out there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
You
Little Coke
get
bottle
Caesar,
shake.
I get his big
Whoa,
brother,
pause.
Spooky.
No,
Caesar
but
was
Spooky
mine.
is who I want.
Y'all
No,
can fight over
you said
Spooky.
Caesar.
No, I meant Spooky. Did y'all
You
say
meant
Spooky?
it,
She meant
but
Spooky,
you
yeah.
said Caesar.
No,
So
Caesar is
I
mine.
I called dibs on Spooky, and we ended it right
no,
there.
babe.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in for On My Block episodes 7 and 8. We look so forward to seeing you guys next week. Please tune in for Julio Macias. It's going down. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.